Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the, I don't know, snow-dusted Seeds of Transformation Healing Center, Wareham, Massachusetts. It is Thursday already. Amazing. And January 12th, and the moon is in Virgo, at least for most of the day. It's a shift into Libra just before 10 p.m. on the east coast of the U.S. So we only have, that Libra moon for like 2 hours today. Most of the work gets done with the moon in Virgo, which is not that unusual. We start off the day with a quintile between Mercury and Venus. Mercury and Venus. Quintiles are magical. They deal with our talents and our abilities. They're like a little bit of like a fairy godmother that goes ping, right? So Mercury is the planet of communication, the planet of logic, and Neptune is the planet of imagination. So I think maybe some of you have wake up from some pretty interesting dreams that occurred very early in the morning. The first aspect that many of us will feel is a trine between the sun and the moon. It's a really nice way to start the day, of course. The sun being in Capricorn, the moon being in Virgo. That Capricorn-Virgo combination is one in which we can learn something and we can be rewarded for the work that we've done. Pretty cool. Followed by an opposition of the moon to Neptune and in conjunct to Saturn. And the last aspect of the moon while it's in Virgo is trine to Pluto. So that trine to Pluto sort of wraps up our experience with that Virgo moon. That it's a relatively quite successful day. We also have Venus making a sextile to Chiron. Of course, Venus is in Aries. Venus is in Aquarius. Chiron is in Aries. It is a sextile of progressive change. It's also, as with all sextiles, mentally stimulating and an opportunity to learn something, if you're willing, right? All right. And then the last thing I want to talk about is probably the most important thing I want to talk about, and that's the fact that Mars finally stations direct today. The official time, 3:37 p.m. here on the east coast of the U.S., 237 Central, 1:37 Mountain, and 12:37 Pacific. When Mars does start to move direct, it moves very slowly, and then it starts to pick up speed the further it goes. But Mars direct in Gemini. Now, it is disposited by Mercury, and Mercury is still retrograde. Mercury will go direct on the 18th. That's the next week. And that's really when things start to chug along. And then we also have Uranus, I believe, which is going retrograde, is going to go direct. And then for a couple months there, all the planets in the sky are going to be going direct. So things are going to really speed up through February, March. Of course, March we have the big shift with Pluto in Aquarius for the first time in 250 years. And Saturn in Pisces, first time in 29 years. So we'll definitely, by March, I think we'll be in a totally different space, so to speak. Headspace, perhaps, and issue space. Of course, there's plenty of work to be done moving forward, as it were. But we finally get to move forward because Mars is direct. Just a caveat about Mars direct. When a planet such as Mars, the planet of energy, moves backwards, a lot of anger and aggression can sort of build up. And once Mars starts to move direct, that can be expressed in the outer world. It can be used efficiently. It can be used for good. It can be used for forward motion in the direction you want to go. So it's best to have an idea, an aim, and a focus, and just have patience as to when that is going to really take off, so to speak. Ready yourself for forward movement and change. And we still have perhaps some work to do, maybe while Mercury is still retrograde in Capricorn, work around organizing our lives so that when things start to move forward, we can move forward freely with it. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful. Have yourself a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. I wasn't expecting this powdered stuff this morning, but it actually happened last night and it's starting to melt now, so I wanted to come out so you could see a little bit of it. We've been pretty lucky here with snow, so I'm not complaining, believe me. All right, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste.